Hey everyone. Forgot the glasses again. See, I forget things all the time. Welcome to episode 4. I actually just recorded another version of episode 4. However, it turned out to be 37 minutes long, which I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me for 37 minutes. Just talking about sad stuff. I was talking about the mental health profession, my issues with mental health, and my past, and things like that, and issues that I go through daily with the MS. So that was kind of a sad, deep story. So if you want me to post a 37-minute long video, let me know below. I'll post it. Like I said, nothing's off limits. I'm just trying to look out for you guys. So I'm gonna try and keep them shorter, like shorter than 10 minutes, max 20 is what I'm gonna try and do. So today, I actually decided to, since I just did a sad one, I figured I'll do a happy one right now, where I'm going to tell you guys about how I lost my virginity, is what we're going to do. And it's a pretty fun story. So to preface this story, I do need to bring up something I discussed in the first episode about my friend Nikki, who passed away. We were so close. We talked all the time. We were best friends, and every year for my birthday, she was she was very sexual, a being, very sensual being, as they say, and she was very open about all those things, and she and she knew I really wasn't. I didn't really do anything. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19 in college. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. It's called college. A lot of other people lost it way before that. A lot of other people in my grade already had kids before we graduated. So yeah, I'm not saying I'm better or worse than any of them. Everybody does it in their own time. It doesn't matter. None of that matters as long as you're in love or you're safe. That's all that matters to me. Don't be silly, wrap your willy. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool. That kind of stuff. And so she would give me, for my birthday, every year, she would give me a couple condoms. Glow in the dark ones, colored ones, flavored ones. They're all well over expired by now, but I think I still have one or two stashed away in a memory place, not to ever be used, but just to remind me of her. And so she would give me those condoms every year on my birthday in hopes that I would use them and lose my virginity and join the club kind of thing. It was kind of a running gag with us. We would do it every year. I remember one time we were we were riding in a car and she asked, I don't know how this came up. She asked me, do you know what ejaculate tastes like? Do you know what cum tastes like? And I'm like, I don't know. She goes, here, I'll show you. I'm like, what the fuck? She takes a penny and she goes, put this in your mouth and just suck on it for a while. That's about what it tastes like. And I'm like, really? Okay. Thanks for sharing. I think it was after a birthday party of mine when we were at a beach or whatever. We were in middle school at the time of this, I think, or no, I think we were in high school at that time. But she was, we were always so open with each other and whatever, and we'd talk about shit like that. I also volunteered, never got to, because back in those days, in order to get like a camcorder, camera, webcam, all that kind of stuff, it was really, really expensive. But at one point, she actually asked me if I would, because she knew I liked theater, if I would film her and her boyfriend at the time making love and make a video. And I said, sure, no problem. I would do it. Never did, never did. Thankfully. So probably would have been really awkward, but never did. But we were always very open and we'd share everything with each other and talk about all kinds of different stuff. And I loved her for that. And so I brought those condoms with me when I was at college, thinking maybe something will happen. And they were still good. They hadn't expired at that time. However, sophomore year, when I turned 19, I go in and it's kind of like one of those goofy teen movies where it's like, we gotta make a pact, brother. We're gonna both lose our virginity by the end of this year. Yeah, brother. You know, that kind of stupid shit. Well, I looked at the condoms and I saw that the last one that I had that was still in date was going to go out of date in the next year. So it was still good, and it was orange actually. It was an orange colored one, not a flavored one, just orange colored is what it was. I think she might have gave me that one Halloween, maybe. That might have been why it was orange. But so I said, I kind of went. I was like, I gotta, like, I'm like, this is a sign. Like, I have to find a way, or if it happens, or if whatever, like, I have to make sure I use this condom for her. And I know that's fucked up, but it was my way of honoring her, kind of, and remembering her forever by making such a big moment in my life. The first time you make love, everybody remembers first time they lost their virginity. A lot of people, you remember who it was with, what you did before, what you did after. And so I wanted her to be a part of that big, huge moment in my life. That's how much I loved her and still love her to this day. So a couple months had passed. I wasn't really out there seeking it. Like, hey, I wasn't I wasn't trying to sell my dick or whatever. We didn't have Tinder back then or whatever. So I wasn't out there like, hey, girls, you want some of this? No, or doing anything. So I was just saying, looking for somebody at that point in time. And there was a girl that I knew from theater. She was a techie, and I was doing tech as well too. And actually, the funniest thing about it is the first time we actually met, we were putting together a piece of. We were doing carpentry, putting together, screwing something into some wood or something like that. So we were screwing, and so she was using the drill, and I was holding the piece because I had to hold it, so she could do it. And she lost control of the drill and actually put the drill bit into my arm. And actually went in, dug some skin out, and I was bleeding pretty good for a little while. So she's like, "I'm sorry. Oh my god, I don't know." Motherfucker. I was so pissed. I was so mad. And in the course of doing a couple shows, and that was freshman year that we actually met. And then a couple shows we did together, did tech stuff, and I would acted in some, and she was there and whatever, and we talked all the time and flirted and everything. And one night she sophomore year, she came over, hang out in my room. I had my kind of bunk beds, not really, so I had I lifted up, my bed was lifted up so I could have a little nook underneath to watch TV and do X, Y, and Z. And so we start, start making out and stuff, and starts getting hot and heavy. And she wasn't a virgin at the time. She knew I was, and I think she liked that. I guess there are some women out there that like taking the virginity of poor sad men, or whatever. And so she, wanted to go all the way. And so I scrambled to find that condom as quick as I could. I scrambled to find it, and I found it. Now, I have, at this point in time in my life, I've watched a lot of porn. So, as most men have, and women. So I knew my way around a woman's body, and I knew what was good and what was not. And so we started doing the do. The magical moment happened, and I think she might have just been pulling my leg, but she did say, "Are you sure you're a virgin? Because you're pretty good at this." And I'm not bullshitting you. Those words came out of her mouth, and I was like, no, and I literally just said, I was so out of it. I go, "I've just watched a lot of porn." And she's like, "All right, whatever." And so we finished the old act and everything like that, and cuddle for a little while, and then time passed. She had to leave. She went back to her place, and I did not save the condom. I know that's what you're probably thinking. Did you? Don't tell me you like saved it and have it like in a glass shrine or whatever. No, I did not. I threw it away the proper way and everything like that. And so it was a great experience. And so I was so after she left, I was so happy. I was so happy because my entire life, everybody's really told me that, oh, Charlie, you're gay. Oh, Charlie, you're gay. I'm not gay. I'm bi, leaning towards straight. Is basically what I am. But I like to dress up. I did theater. I used to, all my friends were girls and that kind of stuff. So a lot of my friends said, "Oh, Charlie, you're gay. You just don't know it yet." Even my family, my mother would say, "Oh, come on, it's fashionable to have a gay son these days." So, because that was always right in the back of my head there that oh everybody thinks I'm gay. I was just so excited that I was in a puss. I lost my virginity to a woman, and I was like, yes, I had titties in my face and all that other goofy stuff. And so that you get so excited about when you're 19 years old and or younger or whatever, and you're like, yes. So I needed to call someone. I needed to tell someone what was going on. So I got my cell phone and I decided to call my parents. Yes. I called my parents and I called my mother and talked to them on speakerphone. I said, "Mom, Dad, I lost my virginity to a woman just like 10 minutes ago or however long it was." And they go, "Okay, that's great. Thanks for telling us. What the fuck? This is a weirdo telling his parents that he lost his virginity and whatever." And actually was like, "This is what happened. We were doing this." And I even told him like I used the condom that Nikki gave me for my birthday. Oh, it was great and everything. And they're just like, "Okay, all right, yeah, enough. We don't want to hear about this anymore." So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, bye." And then I think, oh, I gotta tell someone else. So I call my grandmother, my 70-year-old grandmother, and do the same thing I had just done with my parents. Be like, "Yes, I did this," and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, "What the fuck? Why are you telling me all this?" And so next time I came home, they're all laughing about it and joking about it, picking on me left and right. And so that was when I lost my virginity and called my parents directly afterwards and grandparent to brag about losing my virginity. Yeah, that is now a story that you all know about me and is out there on the internet forever. So enjoy laughing at my experience, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thanks for coming. Coming.